Eddie, welcome to Cape Town. First of all, I'm just going to ask you pre-season, obviously, that's your first focus. How involved have you been in the recruitment process of players?
Look, as soon as I agreed to coach the Stormers, I was working with Gert Small on the squad. And as I said, it's quite a young squad, but I'm satisfied that we've got the depth of the squad to produce a good rugby team.
Now, you fielded a lot of questions in the press conference about what you're going to bring to the side. What is the Eddie Jones brand of rugby? Because you've coached in Australia, you've coached in Japan, you've been technical advisors, etc.
Well, generally, teams that I've coached, I've always wanted to produce an attacking style of rugby, and I think it fits in well with the Western Province philosophy of the traditional Western Province rugby's been about it playing attacking rugby, and we don't want to take away the core of South African rugby, which is that set piece, defence, physical, tough rugby. So we want to have that in our game, but we want to add that ability to attack from anywhere on the field.
As we know, after World Cup, there's that sort of predictable exodus of coaches. Why did you take up this role before that sort of supposed exodus happened?
Look, I had 4 years in Japan, enjoyed 4 years in Japan. I didn't really want to stay there, although they were keen to keep me. And when the opportunity came to coach the DHL Stormers, I thought, I've never coached in South Africa on a permanent basis. There's a wonderful opportunity, and there's not a better place in the world than Cape Town.
I don't know how much you know about what we affectionately call the Cape Crusaders. Strong Crusaders support base in Cape Town. Do you plan to win them over?
Well, I think if you play good rugby, you win any supporters over. So, the aim is to play good rugby. So hopefully we'll win them over.
But I mean, in an environment like that, obviously South Africa is a bit different. We touched on transformation earlier in the press conference. What is your sort of anticipation of the rugby culture here?
As I said, well, transformation is part of South African society, so I just accept that that's part of how rugby operates here. And if you look at the diversity of the Western Province team, you've got people from all regions, all racial backgrounds, and that's one of the great strengths of the organisation, that you've got such great diversity. And obviously when you've got diversity, you can have conflicting ideas, and the job is to make everyone cohesive.
A priority for you seems to be to improve the skill set of players. Does that mean you think that South Africans are a bit lagging there, and does that problem sort of start further down?
Well, I think South Africa's got so many good players that there's always been an emphasis in the South African game on being physical, and that's not a bad thing. But in today's game, you can't just win by being physical. You need to have a skill set, and I'm not saying it's not being done well in South Africa. What I'm saying is that's what we want to do. I want to produce physical rugby that's also skillful. So if you can do that, then you can play in any number of ways.
Okay, and final question. The past few seasons of the Stormers have had, what have been some of the sort of biggest alarm bells, I guess, these sort of holes you'd like to plug and changes you'd like to make first up?
Well, I think, again, it just gets back. I've got no comments to make about how the Stormers have played previously. I think Alistair's done a great job, but his approach to rugby and my approach to rugby is different. And, we're just going to go in a different direction. We're hopefully going to play better attacking rugby. And again, one of the things I've always tried to go wherever I've coached a team is try to go back to the roots of the place. What is the colour of that organisation? And Western Province has a strong history of playing attacking rugby. So that's how we want to play.
So what do you think's changed then?
Well, nothing's changed, but the philosophy of how we play will change.